Hello, everyone. Welcome to 3 o'clock with SOC. I think we are having issues broadcasting to Facebook right now, so we will upload this later on to Facebook. It is streaming on YouTube, though. I just want to make sure we can get Spanish interpretation, so I will say that info now. Buenas tardes, gracias por estar aquí con nosotros en otro foro comunitario con SOC. Creo que estamos teniendo algunos problemas en tener esta transmisión en Facebook, pero sí está funcionando en YouTube. Lo vamos a subir en Facebook después de terminar el video. Thank you for letting me do that. I just want to let you all know that you can watch these on our Facebook page and our YouTube page after we are live. So this will be uploaded to Facebook and you can watch it at your convenience. Also, I just want to give a shout out to anybody that's watching and encourage everyone to be adding comments or questions in the comment section throughout our time on the live. And today we're just going to be playing a repeat video interview with Ben Sanchez from Neighborhood Investment Development Corporation, NIDC. And he's going to share some of the programs that they have at NIDC. And the dates that he shares may be outdated, right? Because it's an older interview, but all of these programs still exist. So I'll be updating in the comment section as we go. And I will go ahead and play that now.
To focus on 3 different programs available through our department. The first one is going to be the Strong Homes Loan Program. It is mainly designed for emergencies and essential repairs for individuals that live in their home and are experiencing some major issues that they need to fix. The second program I will talk about is a little bit more targeted. It's called the Targeted Investment Neighborhood, and I'll talk about the neighborhoods that are on the south side a little bit more in detail. And then the third program that I would like to talk about, which is a very, very popular program within our department, and it's very useful for creating beautification spaces within the neighborhood, is called the Community Improvement Project. And that one is a match grant program for residents that live in the neighborhood that are trying to fix different areas within their particular space in their neighborhood, their corner of the pocket there. The first program, the Strong Homes Loan Program, is an emergency loan that assists with up to $20,000 that can be used for fixing like major code compliance orders that an individual may have. If you have a roof that's leaking, it's leaking into your home and you're causing major problems with moisture or damage to the ceilings, things like that, we do have a program as well. And we do have an emergency sewer lateral program, which is part of that Strong Homes Loan Program as well. We work with lead lateral issues, and we work with also major issues related to health and safety. So if there are any concerns, and this may not be something that's applicable to you as a resident, but if you have any family members, any relatives, any friends that know that have major emergencies, and they potentially have been rejected from normal bank loans, from traditional financing, our loan is a loan of last resource. That means that I tried to apply for a loan at a bank. The bank said, no, I don't qualify. We're not as strict. We look at income, the ability to pay a loan. We look at credit, but we're a little bit less strict as a bank loan. And what we do with this loan process is if you are also elderly or disabled and with fixed income or very low income, we do have options available to you as well, that you don't have to make a monthly payment and there would not be any interest on the loan. So these are loans that are very, very, very useful for individuals that may be in a situation that cannot seek a loan through a normal bank. The loan is up to $20,000. We can provide up to 25% of the loan becomes forgivable as long as the homeowner lives in the house for 10 years after the work has been completed. And then 75% would be in the form of a 0% interest rate loan or a 3% interest rate loan. It depends on where your income falls and in what category you fall within the program. That's called the Strong Homes Loan Program. We do have 5 rehab specialists on staff. That means that individuals help you through the process of developing a scope of work, help you through the process of making information publicly available for contractors to provide you bids. So that takes off a little bit of the extra pressure trying to figure out contractors and who to work with. The other added peace of mind is we don't pay any contractors until the work has been completed. So there is not that concern of paying something and then all of a sudden the contractor taking off and you're stuck without having the work being done and losing out on money. We won't pay for anything until the work is done to make sure that it's satisfactory and that it meets certain standards to make sure that the work is of quality. I hope that that information helps. If you are interested in applying to the Strong Homes Loan Program, you can always reach us at our general phone number, which is 414-286-5610. Since we are currently in the COVID-19 pandemic, we are working remotely, but we do answer calls on a regular basis and we do respond within a timely fashion. So that's the first program. The second program is a
question about that first program. Do you accept loan applications on a rolling basis? Is there some sort of deadline or time of the year that you accept applications?
There's no deadline. It is an application process that's open yearly. It is City of Milwaukee wide. It's not limited to any specific neighborhoods. So anyone that lives within the City of Milwaukee limits. And we are on a first come, first serve basis. That means as long as funding is available, we're going to try to help as much as possible. We do have 3 different loan officers that also kind of help you a little bit on the front end as your application is assigned. So if you're not really sure if you qualify or not, don't hesitate in submitting an application. We will talk to you, and if there are obstacles, we'll explain these are the obstacles we need to work through to make sure that we can get you through an approved status.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And then, yeah, go ahead and go into the other, the second program.
Sure. The second program is a targeted investment neighborhood. And that program, I'm going to talk about some boundaries. And as we go through this process, I'm sure we'll put some links in the chat session so that you can have some information as to where to visit later on. The first program is the West Burnham Park or Silver City, and the boundaries are from 35th to 41st Street, from Scott Street to Lapham Street. The second is Clark Square, and that's from Cesar Chavez Drive to 24th Street, from Scott Street to Greenfield Street or Avenue. And then we have Walker's Square, which is from South 9th Street to Cesar Chavez, and from West Pierce to Greenfield Avenue. And again, those are 3 neighborhoods within the South Side, just 3 right now. We have a total of 8 different neighborhoods within the program called a targeted investment neighborhood. The other 5 neighborhoods are within the North Side. So if you live on the North Side and you're looking for information on these programs as well, we do have information and links available, and the websites will be posted in the chat session so you can follow those and figure out if your property falls within the neighborhood. That targeted investment neighborhood helps with up to $30,000 in the form of a 50% forgivable loan. So as long as you live in the home for 5 years, 50% of the loan can become fully forgivable. It is income driven. We are looking at individuals that fall within the 80% area median income. And we do have a portion of that loan that can be in the form of a 0% payback loan. That means that we're not charging any interest for that loan that's available. And again, we do offer the option that if you're elderly or disabled and on a fixed income or very low income, we may be able to offer what we call a deferred payment loan where there's not a monthly payment. That federal loan program is designed for fixing up the home based on lead abatement, replacement of windows, replacement of furnaces, insulation, weatherization. We're looking at health and safety as well. So it's a program that's really designed to help at the full project, at the house completely. We have some major benefits with that program in the sense that it is federally funded. It is supported with the Department of Neighborhood Services. We do look at everything in terms of code potential violations. We look at anything that may be of health or concern to any children under the age of 6. If you are renting the property, we also look to make sure that it also covers for any tenants that may have children under the age of 6 to prevent any type of lead poisoning based on paint. It's a very popular program. It does change every 3 years, so you definitely need to keep an eye on the website to make sure that your property and the neighborhood is actually the neighborhood within your designated boundaries. Our website is regularly updated, And typically the program ends on the 31st of December. So if you know that your property is within a boundary and you want to apply before the end of the year, it's a good time to do that. As long as your application is in, we can kind of look at it to make sure that if we can qualify you. We do have credit requirements as well. We look at payment history. We do look at the ability to pay a loan back. But again, it's a program to help you fix your home to make sure it's safe and healthy. Any questions on that program?
Yeah, no, you said that the program ends on the 31st. So for those that are in, do you want to just run through those neighborhoods
Sure, the
again?
neighborhoods again, check into the neighborhoods because they may still extend for next year. I'm not really sure. So you may want to check with your partner within the website. There's a phone number for the partner. So it's West Burnham Park, Silver City from 35th to 41st Street, from Scott Street to Lapham Street. We have Clark Square that goes from Cesar Chavez Drive to 24th Street, from Scott to Greenfield Avenue. And you have Walker Square that goes from South 9th to Cesar Chavez or 16th Street, and from West Pierce to Greenfield Avenue. So those are the 3 neighborhoods within the south side. We have a total of 8 citywide programs.
Awesome. Yeah, and then go ahead and continue on to the third program then.
Third program is a program that we've worked with in the past with the Southside Organizing Center. We've worked with also other partner agencies. They're community improvement projects. It's a match grant program with up to $4,000 in match grant funding. It is typically a resident-driven type of program. And let's say, for example, some of the areas that you may have been familiar with are like the painted murals that you see within the neighborhood, or community gardens, or sometimes there's these painted rain barrels. Those are some examples of some of the projects that we do fund. We do fund many other programs and projects that are available within the neighborhood that may not be as visual or visible from the street. There are sometimes like community libraries, different projects that are very unique. You actually come up with the ideas as a resident, and you kind of work with your neighbors or with the partner agencies within your neighborhood to put a plan in place and develop that application. Then you submit that application, we'll look at it, and we can help with up to $4,000 in money to help that project or idea become a reality within your neighborhood. That one's actually a lot of fun because of the fact that you get to see the development, you get to see all the families and children and different members of the community involved within developing and creating that project and making it successful.
Yeah, and such a unique array of projects as well. Well, that is all really great information for folks that are watching. I know we will definitely share that information and a regular post on our Facebook page as well. Do you have Spanish language resources available either on your website or on a hotline or anything like that?
Whenever you call us at the 414-286-5610, and I'll say that in Spanish just in case as well. Si quieren más información en relación a nuestros programas, nos puedes llamar al 414-286-5610. 286-5610. Tenemos representantes que hablan español y que le pueden ayudar a través del proceso. También puedes visitar las páginas de redes que vamos a proveer. Tienen información en español también. So information is readily available in English, and then there are links also within the website where you can access that information in Spanish as well.
Awesome. That's great to know.
So again, thanks to Ben Sanchez for that information. He's been on here a number of times, and we're very thankful to him. And I do just want to let you all know that the TINs that he mentioned, so the targeted investment neighborhoods for the South Side, that is Silver City, Burnham Park, Clark Square, and Walker Square, those TINs are going to run through the end of 2022. So we have over a year still with that, as with those being the neighborhoods on the South Side that have access to that program. So plenty of time to take advantage of that if you qualify for those, for that program. And now I will just share a video that Marlene helped schedule with Dr. Arana from the 16th Street Community Clinic regarding pregnancy and COVID.
Hi, everybody. We're here with Dr. Arana from the 16th Street Community Health Clinic, and we're going to be talking today a bit about pregnancy and breastfeeding and COVID and how COVID affects those two things. So thank you, Doctora, for being with us. What do you have to share with us about this topic of pregnancy and breastfeeding with COVID?
Thank you for inviting me. I get this question a lot. If someone is planning on getting pregnant or someone is pregnant, should I get the vaccine or not? And I think best advice is always ask your doctor, right? If you're planning on getting pregnant, you should already have all the expected visits with your doctors. Make sure you're healthy, make sure you're taking your vitamins, and ask your doctor if it's okay to get the vaccine. If you're pregnant, the same. Please keep all your regular visits, the expected prenatal care. And I can share that during the research and studies and volunteers that got the vaccines several months ago, we had people that got pregnant and we are not seeing any complications. Of course, we don't have many years of experience. This is a new vaccine. That's why I encourage you to ask your doctor. But people that got the vaccines got pregnant with no complications. And we know that pregnancy is a time where the body can be more at risk for some infections and complications. So every pregnant woman talking with their doctor need to make a decision based on risk and benefit. For example, if you are a first-line worker, if you are a doctor, a nurse, a medical assistant, and you're pregnant, if you're seeing patients, your risk is there. You can be at some point exposed to COVID-19, so it's much better to get vaccinated. We are seeing several women vaccinated, staff members from our clinic. We don't see any complications, and moms that are pregnant feel confident that that's the best choice because they are healthcare workers. So far, we're having no issues with those patients.
Great. And then what about breastfeeding? What can be affected with breastfeeding?
Well, with breastfeeding, if mom gets vaccinated, she's going to produce antibodies that are going to block that spike protein from functioning, and she's going to have an immune protection for herself. And we also know that the antibodies can go to the baby through the breast milk, and that's immune protection for that baby, not only for COVID-19, but for other viral infections. Mom can transfer immune protection through breast milk to that baby, and that's safe, and that's even an advantage that we see if breast milk is providing more protection for that baby, even better.
Wow, that's amazing. The human body is truly fascinating.
It is, and we again encourage everyone to talk to your doctor about the risks and benefits. I cannot offer you data of years of experience because this is new, but in all the patients that we have seen and people that work with us at the hospitals that are pregnant or breastfeeding, they are all getting vaccinated and they are safe, and their babies are safer because of that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. We're always thankful for your expertise and your information, and we will look forward to having you on another time.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Definitely very thankful for Dr. Arana, who always comes on as well to give us that information about how COVID affects us, different information about the vaccine. So very thankful for her partnership. And I will leave you today with a video that just promotes our survey that we'll make sure to put in the comment section for you all. And we'll be back with you the rest of the week.
Has this live forum been informative and useful to you? What part of the forum could be improved or changed to make it better? Please take a quick survey that's located in the comments section so that we can keep 3 o'clock with SOC going for residents. Thank you for tuning in.